Hey DIYers, Dylan here with Alarm Grid. Today we're going over how to hardwire contacts into the Lyric Controller. So the Lyric Controller has two zones dedicated to hardwired. I'm going to show you those right now. So as always, whenever you're trying to look at zones, you're going to be going through the programming screen with the installer code. So we're going to do we're doing security, tools, 4112 is the default installer code, program, and then zones. So zones 1 and 2 are dedicated for hardwire. So you can't load really any wireless contacts into this. It's just not going to function properly. 1 and 2 are specifically hardwired. If you want to start doing wireless contacts, that's 3, 4, so on and so forth. But 1 and 2, just to show you. So as you see, if I press on 1 and then edit, we don't get an option for serial number. But if I press on 2 and edit, we have the serial number option right there. That's showing us right there that serial number is basically for the RF sensors. So since 1 and 2 don't have serial number, you can't do anything with a wireless sensor. So we have the descriptors, we have device type. As you can see, we have very limited selections on what we can set as device for zones 1 and 2, door or window. So we have descriptor, we have device type, say we did window. Response types, we have perimeter, entry, exit, which you won't use for Windows, some monitor settings, and a day/night. Alarm report, obviously that's just standard programming. We don't have to worry about that too much. And then as you see here, supervision set to end of line, normally closed, or normally open. So depending on how you're going to wire this in and what type of device you're using, that's how you're going to set the supervision. And then just to show you the actual contacts themselves, well, the terminals. Take this off the wall, silence the tamper. If you ever get the panel tampering, you just press on the home button, enter your master code, and it'll silence it. So our contacts are right here. Obviously, we see the first two being used. That is the power. We have the ground and the 9-volt terminals. And then the next ones here are for the zones. So if you can see it on the camera, it's very clear on what they're for. First one says HWZ1, hardwire zone 1, of course. There's a ground, and then HWZ2, hardwired zone 2. So 1 and 2 both share a common ground. So you'll wire, positive end into the HWs, and then negative end, the ground, into the ground. Once those are wired in there, you go back through that programming. You set up door, window, zone descriptor. If you're going to be using a resistor, which would be a 2K resistor, or if you're going to be using an normally open or normally closed device. For that, that's essentially majority of there is for hardwired. Not really much you can do. You can't do smokes, you can't do motions, nothing like that. You can only do doors or windows. We do have more information on how to do programming, especially for hardwire zones. So if you want, check out our website, alarmgrid.com. And if you have any questions about programming, Lyric, monitoring, anything like that, email us, support@alarmgrid.com. And if you did like this video, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to be notified when we release more content. And thank you very much for watching.